The ancient world was a forge of fire and resolve, where warriors did not only master weapons, but also mastery of the mind. In the echoing halls of ancient Greece, the desert temples of Egypt, and the bustling courts of India, a single flame burned the same flame of unshakable self-belief. Welcome to the Stoics' fire, where the warriors of old illuminate the path we walk today. Hash a philosophy spotlight. Stoicism, the fire of resilience. Stoicism is a philosophy rooted in discipline, clarity of mind, and resilience. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who turned his imperial throne into a laboratory for inner calm. The Stoics taught that we cannot control everything around us, but we can command our own reactions. 3 lessons from this philosophy can guide us toward modern success, motivation, and personal growth. 1. Control what you can, focus on your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, not on external outcomes that slip through your fingers. 2. Endure with purpose. When life tests us, view each challenge as a training ground, forging character rather than breaking it. 3. Cultivate inner freedom. Even in hardship, maintain a sense of peace that springs from virtue rather than from circumstance. These Stoic teachings resonate with the ancient warriors we will meet. Their stories speak of inner fire that blazed through hardships, much like Marcus' own relentless pursuit of virtue on the battlefield and in the Senate. Chapter 1. Spark of the Helmsman. In the city-state of Athens, a young sailor named Thales stood on the prow of a battleship as a storm rolled in. Greek mythology tells us that the gods tested heroes through wild winds and fierce waves. Thales remembered the words of his mentor, a seasoned mariner who said, "The sea may rage, but your compass is within you." When the mast snapped under the onslaught, Thales did not surrender. He climbed to the broken hull, steadied the crew with a calm command, and anchored the vessel with the few oars left. The lesson for us is, self-belief is not the absence of fear, but the presence of calm in that fear. When pressure mounts, pause, locate your internal compass, and act. How can you test your inner compass today? Look for a situation that feels stressful, maybe a deadline or an argument, and use a brief pause or deep breath to center yourself before you react. By remembering that the sea is outside and your decision to navigate is within, you align with Stoic control. You are the helmsman of your fate. Like, share, and subscribe for more ancient lessons that light up the modern path. Question for reflection. In the noise of your day, where do you choose to find your calm? Chapter 2. Ashes of the Pharaoh's Sword. Egyptian warriors often carried a single scarab amulet, a symbol of rebirth. During the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses II, a young soldier named Amenhotep fought in the great battle at Kadesh. Captured by the Hittites, he was told that his fate would be sealed. In the silence of his cell, Amenhotep thought of the scarab burning to a new form. He whispered a prayer. "If I rise again, I will rise better." The Hittites released him in a surprise prisoner swap, and he returned to the pharaoh's army, now more confident in the knowledge that rebirth follows defeat. The takeaway: adversity can kindle resilience. Each setback is a chance to be reborn. For modern business, a failed product launch or a rejected proposal is like the cell in which you might cultivate a scarab. Let the experience serve as a furnace, converting failure into a stronger future version. To apply this today, write the failure, identify what lessons it carries, and set a concrete improvement goal. If you felt empowered to see failure as a transformation, like, share, and subscribe. Question for reflection. What scarab amulet can you hold when your plans fail? What lesson will you take from it? Chapter 3. River of the Ganges, a mirror to resolve. In ancient India, the great warrior Arjuna once faced the Ganges, where the river's currents mirrored his tumultuous mind. When his chariot coach was flooded by a sudden storm, Arjuna's father, Kunti, advised him, "Do not drown your resolve, the river will pass, but your spirit must stay afloat." Arjuna took a deep breath, steadied his horses, and guided the chariot through the flood, emerging drenched but unbroken. Arjuna's lesson is about inner resilience in the face of chaos. When external circumstances surge, we might feel our resolve erode, but we can choose to anchor ourselves in calm. How to practice? Start each day by visualizing a storm, someone's criticism, a chaotic situation, and picture yourself calmly navigating it. Like, share, and subscribe if this sparks your curiosity for ancient minds. Question for reflection. When a storm rises around you, how are you anchored, or are you drifting? Chapter 4, Shields of the Shieldless. The Greeks celebrated warriors who embraced vulnerability and turned it into strength. Remember the story of Diogenes, a philosopher who, with no shield, walked through the city shouting, "You cannot hurt me." When Roman soldiers, armed with bronze, attacked the city, they were struck by the bold simplicity of the unarmed man. This fearless stance made them question their own power. What modern warriors did similarly is facing fear head-on rather than hiding behind covers of ego or fear. Your shield is your self-belief. A fearless stance means you let go of the need to appear invulnerable. To apply this today, identify a fear that holds you back in work or life. Create a small, public challenge to confront it, presenting a proposal, asking for feedback, or speaking on stage. The act of confronting fear, like Diogenes, redefines your power. If you feel empowered, share and subscribe. Question for reflection: what shield do you guard against, and how would you stand without it? Chapter 5, Forged from Fire, the Warrior Within. In all three traditions, Greek, Egyptian, and Indian, the core message is similar. The fiercest fire is not that which burns the body, but that which stews the mind. When a Greek hoplite's shield cracks, an Egyptian scarab cracks in the wind, or an Indian warrior faces drowning, the warrior who remains is the one who recognizes the fire inside and stews it with purpose. The modern call to action is to become a Stoic's fire in our own realm. 1. Define your values, the principles that will keep you safe when external situations try to push you. 2. Adopt the practice of daily reflection. Each evening, evaluate how you handled adversity, note the mental fires that flared, and consider what you did to tame them. 3. Anchor yourself in a community, friends, mentors, or online groups that shares the same fire of resilience. If you feel the ember stirring, share and subscribe, and let this spark ignite others too. Final question for reflection: what fire within you has been waiting for the right moment to be lit, and how will you kindle it today? Your journey toward unshakable self-belief begins with a single, disciplined step. Let ancient warriors be your mirrors, guiding each step as you blaze forward into your own victorious battlefield.